So, get ready for hilarity. This is a rank match from the current Silver League. So you see a mixture of Tier 8 and Tier 9s. Bronze League is lower tiers at the moment. This is from the Silver League. Now this is the Mogami. Now, I said at the start, be prepared to meet a new ship in this game. I've seen some crazy physics mechanics before, but this one literally takes the biscuit. And now keep an eye on the chat in this replay. It's really quite funny. I'm on the EU server, yes, Nudi Bizo, yes indeed. So our Mogami is currently, I'm purposefully leaving the chat open here because some of the exchanges in the chat are really quite entertaining. So our Mogami is currently pushing over towards the A capture point. He's got a Yugamo in front. You can see there's actually real communication going on in this team. They've identified the Neptune as being the strongest player, so the Neptune is being prioritized. So this is real team play. Now, just wait for this. This is hilarious. Does this replay involve players turning pink? No, there's no team killing. Everyone, this is a rank match. Everyone is trying their best to win the game. There's no team killing involved. You can see that they've already identified that the Neptune has 800 karma, so he's obviously a very good player. So he's priority number one. Real team play in ranked, but wait until you see what starts happening. It's very rarely I look at a replay and I'm thinking to myself, what on earth is going to start happening next? Now the opening phase here is all pretty standard, but this is about to change pretty soon. Cleveland is pushing aggressively into the gap, which is pretty standard. He's going to use the island for cover and attempt to block the capture point. He's got an Iowa there behind him, so a Mogami is going to push out on the flank. And it's out on the flank where things suddenly start getting interesting. Now, I've seen some crazy physics and ships reacting in a peculiar fashion before, but normally it's very short-lived and it's just brief moments where you think, okay, that's a bit weird. But we're about to see something I have not seen before. Did the DD mount on the bow of the CA? No, the DD is not involved. I gave you a clue at the start of the video. We're going to see a brand new ship called the Georgami. So, it doesn't take rocket science to figure out what's about to happen. But this is really, really unusual. And how this game plays out. I've never seen this happen before. I have seen crazy ship mechanics where ships do odd things at times, but it's normally in the death throes or very close to islands but it's about to start happening. So all the while our captain is putting down fire on the enemy Iowa. That Neptune has been spotted. He's down there behind the island. And in comes a high-speed Georgia. It sails right through and jams itself directly in the Mogami. And now you might be thinking, okay, well, this kind of thing does tend to happen from time to time, but what happens for the next 7, 8, 9 minutes, I'm not quite sure how long this actually, but for the rest of this game, these two are going to be fighting in this ranked match. And there's no blame being given. They're communicating, they're talking to each other like adults, and all the time, this Mogami is impaled. They're both impaled. So, game mechanics are completely broken at this time. The Georgia is saying, I hope I can protect you. I mean, that's a level of calmness in a ranked game I would never expect. Normally, if someone was ramming people like this, they would be losing their minds. And the Georgia is wondering, he's hoping he can protect the Mogami. It's incredible. This is level of team play I have yet to witness in ranked battles. Is this some kind of WoW's porn scissoring? Well, you're going to witness the Mogami is going to be able to... His back guns are currently submerged. And you can see that the Georgia is in a semi-list. You're going to see this Mogami launching torpedoes, firing his guns, hitting targets. Funny stuff. This is the Georgia. This is literally the definition of carrying your teammates. Yes, indeed. This is the Georgia carrying his teammates. A whole new level. There go the torpedoes from the Mogami. All the while, they're talking to each other and laughing with each other in the chat. Everyone on their team is kind of wondering, what the hell are you two jokers doing over there on the border? So the speed of the Georgia is completely killed at this time. Totally OP ship. Alaska is taking the brunt. He's fighting a Pomeran there at close range. They're kind of pleading with the Georgia not to suicide. And you can see the captain's team. He has their team currently has the lead. They have a ship lead. They have 2 of the capture points. The Pomeran unfortunately torps out the Alaska. So now these 2 ships are completely stuck. It doesn't look like this is going to change anytime soon. The Georgia is desperately trying to push forward. He's asking the Mogami, can you torp him? I mean, it's hilarious. And you can hear the grating, yes, the grating of metal on metal the whole time. And their teammates are asking, what are you two doing? If you see the Mogami's HP is slowly going down the whole time. Now the Mogami stern stops any kind of forward progress because they're stuck behind the island. It's hilarious. And the funniest part is this is still going to happen. The Mogami is actually going to get a citadel hit at some point. It's hilarious stuff. Obviously the stealth system malfunctioned. I've never seen ships get stuck like this for the entirety of a game. Now the Mogami is saying, I can use all my turrets. See, look, the stern, his propellers are actually out of the water. And now his bow is being slowly forced underwater. Look. Instead of complaining, he's saying, "This is great, now I can fire all my guns." The Philadelphia experiment. So, they're forced to a decision. The Georgia has to start reversing because they're totally trapped. But it's an absolute miracle their team is winning this game. Even though these two have been literally completely knocked out of the fight ever since the start of the match. This is the new meta. Wait for it in 10.5. Well, this is the first version of a super battleship, obviously. So, Mogami's able to get his torps in the water again. This is a level of teamwork you rarely see. The Lenin is in the process of taking the B point. Silver is the Georgia captain. He's saying, "I can't control," so he's lost control of his ship apparently. He's being dragged by the Mogami, and they know that the Neptune is close because the battleship is detected. So they're communicating with each other all the time, and they're slowly going sideways. But now the Mogami, his stern is in the water again. He can't fire his back guns, and the Georgia has decided, okay, we're moving again. We're back on track. Let's go and fight this Neptune. At this point, I'm thinking to myself, what on earth is going to happen here? So here comes the first wave of torps, and lo and behold, it's a radar Neptune. Now, you don't see too many radar Neptunes in the game, but this is a radar Neptune. And they even say it in the chat. We get a new ship named Georgami. Be a hard torp dodge. This is highlights PKS from a very recent ranked match in the Silver League, where two ships, the Mogami and the Georgia, get impaled on each other for virtually the full duration of the game. So now the Mogami's he's thinking this Georgia is going to rush us. I'm putting torps on both corners. And meanwhile they continue to put the push forward. They're even saying in the chat, so this is what the super battleships are going to look like. Oh, hilarious.
Fusion.
Yes, indeed. So now we're waiting we're hydroed, so we're pretty close to that Neptune. That Neptune has been sneaking in behind this island the whole time. He fires HE. He instantly swaps to AP, so he's still playing the game. Takes a good bit of damage there. Incoming torps. Gets an AP salvo out. He does Citadel. The Neptune. And he takes the torps. So the Mogami part in this Philadelphia experiment has come to an end, but not quite. He's still going to play a role, because his wreck has actually pushed the Georgia underneath the surface of the water. And he's acting as a natural blockade or barrier against the torps. His own wreck is providing a physical barrier, and the fact that he's pushed the Georgia underneath the water means the Georgia can't take the torps. And the Neptune is torping. There's incoming torps. Here they come. The two of them are laughing with each other the whole time. So they all impact harmlessly on the wreck of the Mogami, and lo and behold, the Georgia springs back to the surface, reborn, ready to fight. The best torpedo protection damage reduction you will ever have. A portable Mogami. So now the Georgia is free to chase this Neptune who has just dropped detection, but he's probably thinking to himself, what on earth? I just torped that guy and he's still coming at me? Why didn't the fire go out when it was submerged? These are the questions. Now, I don't have actual control of the replay. Yeah, it comes back here. And the Neptune is even asking, honestly, what the F was that? Submarines aren't in the game yet. So, after being impaled on each other the whole game, and epic torpedoes for the second time, this one a natural one, he gets his secondaries firing on the Neptune. Neptune is cute, though he's angled away, but the timer is counting down. The game is just about to end. So, what an unusual match in the Silver League. And they say anything can happen in World of Warships. Well, there you have it. I'd like to thank you once again all for watching. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more. Take a moment to check out some of my most recent videos and leave a comment below. And until the next time, keep sailing it like you stole it.